Coming to you from the third floor of the State House in Providence, Rhode Island. My name is Dave Barber, and this is a segment we call Capitol Spotlight. We put the spotlight on a member of the General Assembly and discuss some of the things they've been working on and its impact on you, the Rhode Island citizen. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome a gentleman to Capitol Spotlight today that I know has been very busy, even though we're just very early into the 2012 session, the Honorable Representative Gus Silva. Representative, it's good to see you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, David, and it's a pleasure to be here and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak with you about some of the issues we're facing today.
Well, you have a very big issue that you're dealing with that is very important to the constituents in Central Falls. That's been what's been happening with the state receiver enacting this parking ban on the Central Falls streets. The people of Central Falls are up in arms. You've heard their voices loud and clear, and I understand that you're ready to take some action.
Yes, we are. We have a piece of legislation that we should be submitting in next week to deal with the receivership law and more define the roles of the receiver and the elected officials when a town goes in through that process, so that these issues don't arise in the future, and sort of repair what's happening now within our city.
And this is legislation that you plan to introduce very soon. I'm a little confused, though. This receiver, I'm not sure as to why they enacted this parking ban. At first, I heard it was about crime, and then I heard it was about making it available to clean the streets and maintain the roads properly. Have they given you any definitive reason as to why they told people they couldn't park on the street?
I spoke after Christmas, when the story first came out and we were aware of it. I spoke to Gail Corrigan, who's the chief of staff. I spoke to the major, Madonza, who's the major from the city police, and wanted to see what was behind their reasoning for implementing this. And they told me it was about crime and trying to prevent some crime and be able, just what you said, to clean the streets and make it easier for vehicles, fire vehicles and police vehicles to go up and down without having any restrictions and plows. But I also gave them some suggestions because I felt this was very dangerous for our citizens. And just to have the people having to walk, a block or two, or that lot is full and they're having to go to another block, driving around the city, and now having to come home at night or in bad weather, the elderly or the handicapped and stuff like that. I understand they addressed some of those issues as far as the handicapped and the elderly, but I still don't think it goes far enough.
Yeah, let me interrupt, if I may, for a moment. You alluded to these lots. This leadership there designated 3 parking areas, I'm told, that they wanted the citizens to park in. I thought you raised a good point. Isn't this creating a crime hazard in that you're going to have people walking a much greater distance to get to their home or to their place of business or whatever it is they're doing in Central Falls, and they could fall prey to someone who does not have noble intentions?
I think you just said what we've all been saying. I think it will increase the crime against people and their vehicles, because now instead of someone going up and down the street and breaking into a car, now you can hit 10 cars in 1 minute. And the people themselves, now they're going to learn their routines, who's going to be coming home at what time, and see who's the most vulnerable and attack those people. I mean, I just think we really need to take a step back. Everybody take a step back, take a deep breath, and really revisit this situation. I spoke to some of the directors, and I understand their issues, but I think there's different resolutions to deal with their issues than what they've imposed this total ban.
Well, not only that, but at a time when you hear that citizens have become apathetic and that they've given up trying to fight City Hall. One of the positives that, for me anyways, as a casual observer, is that the citizens in Central Falls, they have let their voice be heard. Lots of people, hundreds of people, have challenged the administration and have made their feelings known. They're not happy about this idea.
Not at all, and it was unfortunately that's the way we had to meet. But yesterday at the meeting was actually a very good, positive showing of the residents. We had like 75 people in the council chambers. There was about 250 outside. I mean, just to have that support of the residents coming up and voicing their concerns to what's happening now, I mean, they've been quiet for a little while because of what's happening with receivership, but enough is enough, and this is going beyond the fiduciary responsibilities that we feel the receiver is supposed to focus on, and not this ordinance that really is not right. It just hurts a lot of people.
Well, let me tell you what, from the looks of things, you have the citizens on your side. Representative Silva, I wish you the very best with your legislation. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with us here on Capitol Spotlight.
Well, thank you again for having us, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you so much. And most importantly, thanks to you for watching. My name is Dave Barber, and we do these Capitol Spotlights right before session each and every day. For Capitol TV, I'm Dave Barber.